One of the questions I get very often is, should I use a coaching agreement or contract? The first thing I like to say to that is I recommend avoiding the word contract. There are certain words that people have negative connotations with, and contract is one of them that many people hear that word and they kind of, and you want to avoid in the enrollment conversation people going like that, because that kicks their lizard brain in, and then they're defensive and they're worried and they don't want to get taken advantage of, and they want to make sure to do all the right things. So I avoid using the word contract and recommend that you do too, unless the people that you're working with are consistently, that's a word that they use normally. Another word is price or charge. Those are words to generally avoid as well. I use the word invest or investment. So back to the coaching agreement. So I'm often asked, should I use a coaching agreement? And if they pay but don't send back the agreement, like if they're weird about doing the signature, do I still have an agreement with them? So I'm not going to get into the legalities of this because I am not any kind of legal anything, and this is not legal advice. However, one of the things that I put in my coaching agreement, I'm going to show you right here, is so that I have the coaching agreement on top, the purpose, the investment, the timeline, and here's the line right here that I'm looking at. In the absence of your signature, receipt of any payment indicates acceptance of this agreement. Is this going to be legally binding? I don't know. I'm not a legal person, but I point that out to them. And the most important part of a coaching agreement is setting expectations. You want them to understand exactly what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, what it's going to look like, what working with you is going to look like. And this is one of the ways that you can do that, is give them access to a document which shares with them exactly what's going to happen. Whether they look at it or not, whether they use it or not, is totally up to you, and your agreement can look at whatever you want it to look like. But I do recommend putting a line in there about if they make a payment, then that indicates agreement with this agreement.